Yeah.
So we are all comfortable, are
Yes.
we
I think
are.
we're going to have to move again.
Okay, let's
think
all
I just-
snuggle in a little bit.
Well,
Okay,
it's going to be a very
it's
snuggly.
going to be a very snuggly
Yeah.
sitting,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I will
Is
knit.
that all right?
I knit a bit before
Okay.
we start.
Yeah.
So everyone's comfortable?
Yeah,
Everyone's got a
everybody's
cup of tea if they
comfortable.
want one?
Yeah,
got my
I can't
tea.
drink
Okay.
more because
I've
then
got my knitting.
And you got-
I have to leave if I
Okay.
drink more.
Okay, don't let Arne drink any more. Okay,
And I see that to read the comments now, I'm going to have to be doing this.
okay, that's fine.
So people are going to get to see my tan.
I don't
Oh,
mind
yeah.
you lurching forward to read the
Yeah.
comments.
We'll have to do
So,
that.
yeah, good.
Yeah.
excellent.
So we've got a minute to go.
We've got about a minute, so I
Yeah.
could tell a joke.
A tell a joke.
Tell us a joke.
Okay,
A
so
good one.
okay. My favourite joke at the moment
Yeah.
is the police apprehended two boys who'd been stealing in the hardware shop. One had stolen battery fluid and the other one had stolen fireworks. The police charged the first one and let the second one off.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Lost in translation.
Well,
Oh, okay. Again. Oh, sorry.
well
I
you
was
are
just looking-
charged.
They charged the first one.
Because he stole a battery. No.
Okay.
I
I think
don't get
maybe
this
some
one.
people might get that, but they let the other one off, like you let off a firework.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
yeah.
my new favourite joke. I'm sure somebody out there got that.
That's really lost in translation.
Very much
Yeah.
lost in translation.
I was just focusing too much on the screen.
On the screen.
And so I was kind of half listening. But
Well,
Is it
we've
5
got
o'clock?
2 screens.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we are 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
Yeah, 5
5
o'clock.
6
o'clock.
o'clock.
6 o'clock in Western Europe. 5 o'clock here in the UK.
I'm gonna put my knitting down. I finished this needle.
And so we
row.
are doing. Oh, he's doing a pearl stitch.
Mm.
We are doing Sitting It for a Bit from Kate's sofa at the Last Homely House. But we're also. I'm streaming it on my channel,
You are.
but you're streaming it on yours too.
Yeah. So let's do our regular introductions. Go ahead, Kate.
Hello, YouTube friends. Welcome to the Last Homely House. And I'm here with Arne and Carlos. And we are having a really brilliant time.
Yep.
We are.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Sit and Knit for a Bit on a Sunday, live from the lime green sofa, which is not very lime green.
No,
Actually, we're not sitting in the lime green
You're
one.
sitting
You
on
are
the
You're
lime
sitting
sitting
in
on the
the
sofa.
lime green sofa, yes.
yeah.
And we are, as always, your hosts.
Arne and Carlos.
And we're here with the lovely Kate from the Last Homely House.
Yeah.
This has been in the planning for quite some time.
Quite a long time, and this is the end of our weekend together. And when
Yes.
the guys said they wanted to do a Sit and Knit for a Bit special,
Yeah.
well, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Absolutely. We thought we'd
So
do
nice.
a Sit in It for a Bit special with Kate. And and we've got our knitting. Here it is. We have exhausted Kate, unfortunately.
Well, I've got a sore elbow,
yes.
so I'm excused knitting.
Yeah.
I've got a note.
You have to be careful.
I have, yeah.
You have
I've
to
been
do those
doing
exercises I
have,
did.
Yeah, I've got tendonitis.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I will
So-
show you later.
Plus, we tried to teach you the Norwegian purl. Actually, we succeeded. You learned it.
I did.
But-
I did at least 3 pearl stitches.
Yeah, but I believe we exhausted you a little bit. So
A little bit.
a
So
little
if
bit.
anybody is watching from the Last Homely House channel and they don't know Arne and Carlos, where have you been all this time? But these are my 2 lovely friends from Norway, and they have a fantastic channel, Arne and Carlos, and you could go and visit them there.
Exactly. And if you on our channel have never met Kate from the Last Homely House, you've been missing out on some great content over at her channel. Kate has a lovely, I would call it a lifestyle channel with a lot of quilting, and there's a beautiful garden.
Yeah.
And the first time we found out about you, you had all those lovely cats as well.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, fewer cats now,
Fewer
sadly.
cats now.
Fewer cats.
But Eileen the goose is still
Oh,
here.
yeah. You've met
Yeah.
Eileen this
We've
morning.
met Eileen.
The battle goose.
Yeah,
She didn't attack either of you.
No, she
No,
didn't.
She didn't.
So, but you also have another channel you just opened.
Just launched a new channel, The Last Homely Garden,
Hmm.
which is talking all about the things I'm doing in the garden, which I'm really excited about, and it's been very well received. So that's another channel you could go and check out.
and
Absolutely,
we
yeah.
subscribe.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Well, you said you better be the first to subscribe,
So we did.
Well, a lot of people were the first to subscribe,
Okay,
actually.
So we didn't win that one.
No, we were probably busy walking the wall. And,
Yeah.
Well, that's the reason why the guys are here. because you've just walked Hadrian's Wall,
Yeah.
which is, and it, if you don't know that walk, it starts at one side of the UK and finishes at the other side. So you've walked across a whole country
We did.
We
in
did,
this
yes.
last week. So tell us a bit about that.
Well, it was I mean, a lot of people ask us why. Why would you do that?
Why?
Yeah, that's a very good
Why
question.
did you do
Why
it?
not?
Why did we do it? I don't
Because
know.
it was there.
Yeah, and we can now say that we walked from coast to coast in England, from one side of the coast to the other.
Where the Emperor Hadrian built a wall.
He built, it was a big wall back in the days.
Back in the days,
Very
yeah.
big, to keep
So
out.
You're
the-
disappearing, Carlos.
Oh, I'm here, don't worry.
You-
So
you
anyway,
tweak that one. Arne.
Tweak it a little
that's
bit.
Better. That's better.
Yeah, look. Nice
we,
picture.
we walked for 84 miles.
Yeah.
It took us 6 days. A lot of people have been wondering if we've been roughing it. Of course not. I mean,
This
we've
is
been,
Arnecarlos.
Hello, come
we
on.
have been, yeah, hello. No, we have been walking the wall for sure, but we have used a baggage service. So our bags, huge, because we are overpackers.
Can I just interject? Their bags are absolutely enormous.
Yes, and therefore they had to be delivered to the hotel every day, and we've stayed in really nice bed and breakfast along the way. That being said, yes, every blister, every pain that we have on our thighs, on our knees, on our ankles is real, and yeah, we
So
did
I
walk
have
the
one
whole
question.
way.
Would you do it again?
No.
No,
You see how quickly they answered that one? Yeah.
No.
it's something that you do, and when you finish doing it, you kind of happy you did it. And to be very honest, it's incredibly.
I've driven along there.
Ah.
No,
It
I'm
takes-
not a great walker.
You know, it takes an hour and 45 minutes to drive.
And you walked. We walked for
6
6
days.
days.
Yeah, 219,000 something
It's
steps.
fabulous views and
Yeah.
places to visit and
Yeah.
fantastic Roman remains and
It is.
real historical, fantastic
Yeah.
thing.
And then the beauty of the countryside, connected as well. So you're walking along this really beautiful, lush, because it has been raining here before we got here, I guess.
But you had the best weather you
Yeah.
could possibly have had.
We ordered it.
You really did have good weather.
You know
really
how we know we're in Britain.
did. How's that?
So we get to talk about the
The
weather, a
weather
lot.
all the time.
Yes.
First question people say is,
Yeah.
"Did you have good weather for your
Yes.
walk?"
Or they say you were really lucky with your weather.
Well, that's what I was saying to them
Yeah.
because we were texting back and forth
Yes.
in the evenings to see how you were doing, and all I was saying back was, "You had really good weather today."
yeah.
I was
And
watching out.
In Norway, we say there is no bad weather,
Only bad
poor
clothing. Yeah,
choices.
exactly.
So and it's not only you. I mean, yesterday we were having dinner at the hotel, and we started chatting with a local couple, and the weather came up the first thing.
First thing.
We told them what we'd done, and they said, "Oh, you were so lucky with the weather."
We are
And yeah,
famous for it.
yeah. So we walked. On the fourth day, we were getting really tired. We found this coffee van, and the first thing she said was, "You're so lucky with the weather." So yeah.
That's what people talk about.
So, which bit was your favourite bit? Because I have my favourite bit of the wall. Which bit was yours?
Oh, that's a good question.
The day that we went up and down the hills.
With the Robin Hood tree.
No, that was the day after.
Okay, Sycamore Gap, you mean?
Yeah. The Sycamore Gap day was quite nice.
Because that's my favourite bit of the
Yeah.
wall, Sycamore Gap. It's
Yeah.
a very famous tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when we
sycamore tree.
lived the lovely English town of Twice Brood.
Twice
whi-
Brood?
Which is located in Once Brood.
Yeah.
Yes, and we go from Twice Brood. We walked from Twice Brood to Chollerford.
Yes.
And ended up at that hotel.
But I have to say, like
The
now,
George.
George.
the
yes.
George, yeah. But I have to say, if I knew what I know now,
Yeah.
I would have gone from Chollerford to Hexham
Yeah, where we
because
staying
it's
now.
not so far, and stay there a night.
Oh, I see.
Take a cab. I'm not
But the
walking.
George was quite nice.
It was very nice,
Yeah.
but there was a lot of antique shops and
In
Oh,
Hexham. Yeah.
So, when I met the guys yesterday morning, we hit the antique shops, didn't we?
we did some damage.
So-
we did.
Knowing how much they like a thrift shop and they like trying to find the embroideries that the blind woman has done half of,
Yes.
I know this about you guys. So I lined up quite a lot of antique shops and thrift shops, and all of that. And I think we kind of overdid it, don't you?
I think
Oh yeah, we had walked for 7 days, and then we got
Then
to
I
walk
made them walk all
a little
around
bit
2
more,
villages.
Yeah.
And I found a beautiful suitcase.
Yes.
And
So-
I think we have to ship that home because it's too big.
So
It's too big to take as handbag. It's too big to put in the Samsonite, and it's too delicate to send as regular luggage. So either we come back to Hexham,
definitely, you have
Or-
a standing invitation.
or you ship it to us.
Yeah, we've had some good times this
think
last
we
couple
had,
of
yeah.
days.
It's
I've
been
enjoyed
have,
it.
yeah, absolutely. So because we're live, I think we need to acknowledge that we've got a lot of comments popping
Yes,
up,
and
and
I-
I'm gonna move a little
The
forward.
two of us
We
can't
can't
see.
see the comments are so far away.
So
No, we
you're
can
gonna get a
see.
little bit more of a
A little
closer
bit more
view of me.
of Carlos now while he looks at comments.
Yes, and I'm going to read some comments. So JB on Kate's channel says, "Oh, arnecarlos will endure the pain to go thrift shopping for sure."
Yeah,
That's about right.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and there's over 1,000 people at the lime green sofa at your end, and there's quite a lot of people. There's about 700 on our end. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, we're streaming on both channels, so
We
you can
are.
watch it on either one.
You can watch it on either one, and please watch the rerun on the other one to give us all the views. We do need them, both Kate and Arne and me.
So what's going on in the comments just now?
So let's see. We've got.
Meet the girl in the OC, because that. Oh, hi! Thank you, Linda, for linking to my garden channel. You're a lovely person. Thank you, Linda. That's really kind. Linda's one of my moderators.
Oh,
I have a few
Ah,
moderators,
Perfect.
and Linda's leaving links. Sweet
Yeah.
girl. Thank you.
So Judy is saying that she loves seeing us together. And we've got a greeting from Yolanda in the Netherlands. Hello, Yolanda.
And so we're getting on okay. There's
Yeah.
been no wrong words.
I don't think so. Not that I can see anything, but
Yeah, no, people are enjoying us being here. Oh, there's somebody from Redondo Beach as well. So that's
we had a
great.
really good time today. I think.
I
We
think
had a lot
today's
of
been
fun.
great. Well,
Yeah.
yesterday I wore them out thrift shopping, and today they came here to the last homely house, and we've had a look around the garden, and we've had lunch. What else have we done?
We've done some filming.
We
but
did some
shouldn't
filming.
say much about that.
No, we won't.
No,
because
that's a secret.
you'll be seeing. I think maybe one of your tutorials.
Yeah,
With a very inexpert knitter, maybe.
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 Well, she was not very. No. I mean, she was pretty good.
I was all right. I was all right.
I mean, you're not a
No.
all the time knitter, but you
No.
are a knitter.
No, I like
know
to
how to
knit.
knit.
I like.
I think
to
you're
knit.
a good knitter.
Well, you're
I
very
think so
kind.
too.
You're
I
very
think you're,
You just do it the British way,
yeah, and you're good when you do it the British way.
and we do it the Norwegian way, which is slightly different.
But that was great that you gave me that little tutorial.
Yeah.
I'll practice. I promise.
Yeah, you have to promise
will.
because we meet again. you
Yeah,
know.
and meanwhile, we're not really quilters, but we have been very inspired, of course.
And so that's really interesting because we were looking at some of these thrift shops yesterday, and there were some quilts, weren't there?
Yeah.
And you were looking at some of those and showing me some images today of quilts you're quite inspired to have a go at making. Because this house is full of quilts.
Well,
and
there's so many nice quilts there.
Well, but then that would be amazing because you're doing your hexagons quilt.
I do.
Yeah, and I want to do my own. So if you have been watching our channel, we recently did a video where we toured our little guest house, where we have a very beautiful Victorian quilt. It's from around 1870. It's American. And I love it so much, but it's so delicate that you can't put it on a bed that you use every day. So I'm thinking I need to make one. Not the same, but I need to do a
You
quilt.
saw a
Oh,
comment?
yeah, absolutely. Linda's just said what she's passing down the lime green sofa.
Oh.
So it's a tradition when you're sitting on the lime green sofa that I pass snacks down in this direction.
Okay.
And I pass
Oh,
them
yeah,
down
yeah.
in this direction.
Yes.
And then you take one if you like the look of it and pass it on. Or you have a cup of tea. And it's always exactly the snack you want on the lime green sofa. And it goes all the way around the world.
That's
Okay,
nice.
so that's really good. I think I want to pass out some Norwegian snacks today, though.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Since we're here anyway. And, they could be virtually real as well.
Oh, that's what I love about this, because sometimes the cats go down the sofa and people who are allergic to cats can still have a virtual cat on their knee.
Yeah. So we have a little unboxing to do today.
I hope you're not allergic.
Yeah, we hope you're not allergic. usually we do unboxing episodes when we do our unboxing during our live streams, and we thought we'd bring you a little something from Norway that you could unbox, and then we could pass it around.
Okay.
So
Well, this is a complete surprise. Have you carried this along the Roman wall?
yes, with our own
course.
bare hand. It's been on our no.
It's been
It's been in our
crossing
luggage.
England.
It's been it's been carried by some company called Hadrian's Hall.
Hadrian's Hall.
Yeah.
And so this has got beautiful arnecarlos ribbon on it, which I'll take off and
Not printed. It's woven.
it's-
Just
well, okay, woven ribbon. I'll
the
get
good
him
stuff.
I'll get him to give you a close up. Well, this is very kind of you. I love the sparkly wrapping paper that's like
That's
the
Arne.
night sky.
That's Arne's choice.
Did you choose that?
Yeah.
It's like the night sky.
So I'll show everybody
You can look
the-
at the ribbon.
So here's the ribbon.
Okay, in both.
Oops. So here's the ribbon for Kate's channel.
And here's a ribbon for your channel. Well, this is so kind. So kind.
And I have to reiterate, it's woven.
Woven, not printed. And so the thing is, doesn't everybody love watching people open presents?
Yes, they do.
Ooh.
I think that's the thing on the internet, isn't it? People
Unboxings.
open things.
Look
Unboxing.
what it's in.
Yep.
Fantastically useful. Thank you.
And
You're
then,
welcome. Oh,
then we've got different little things.
Now, what's this one?
This
Oh.
is very Norwegian.
Oh, I love these kind of. Are they chewy?
No,
they're
it's milk.
snappy.
It's milk
Snappy.
chocolate.
Chocolate.
And they're super thin and they are shaped as hearts. Our favorite shape.
My favourite shape too.
And we thought that everybody needs some love.
Well,
So
we'll pass that one down that way.
Yeah, exactly.
And we'll
This
pass
one
that
this
one
way?
down that
Yeah.
way.
So all the love we're sending to everybody on the
And there's
sofa.
enough for everyone.
Oh yes.
And then we'll make some cloudberry tea.
You have that in England?
No,
No?
I maybe.
Maybe in Scotland, in the north.
Maybe. That looks amazing.
So the cloudberry tea is something that you can enjoy. I know you love your tea,
I love tea.
as do I.
Yeah.
So Kate loves tea so much that today she didn't serve one kind of tea. She served
Several.
two different kinds at the same time. So
And I've got a glass teapot, which has got a lovely straining well in it.
yeah.
So you can put the
Yeah.
sleeves in, and I'm going to use it for that. So that's beautiful. Thank
cool.
you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So I put it over to the
yeah,
next-
let's pass some cloudberry tea.
Oh, what's this one?
Okay, so we are having here on the virtual sofa, on the Lime Breeze sofa, we're now having the most amazing scones that Kate made today. And when you have scones, you need to put some jam on
You
them.
do.
And
This
this
is
is,
cloudberry jam.
It's cloudberry jam.
yes,
So what does this say?
multe,
And then underneath?
syltetøy. So multe is cloudberry in Norwegian,
And syltetøy.
Yeah.
is jam.
Oh, it's a long word for jam.
We have a lot of long words, and we love putting many words together to make new words. So multe syltetøy.
Syltetøy. How
Syltetøy.
boring are we just saying jam?
It's the Norwegian word for the day.
Well, I'm just going to call it syltetøy.
Yeah.
You're good.
I love your pronunciation, and we usually do a word of the day in our podcast. So here it is.
Syltetøy. So do it again your way.
Syltetøy.
Syltetøy.
Yeah. I love it.
We're going to have syltetøy instead of
Yes.
jam now,
this
forevermore.
This is very good. You
This
know,
is
we
very
can
precious.
we can pick the cloudberry around the house,
Yeah.
but this is not for
And-
from our house. But
So
it's very
cloudberry
precious.
Jam.
and
And they
cloudberry
call
tea.
in Norway we call the cloudberry the gold of the mountain because they grow in the mountains in the moors.
Moors,
Yeah, they
yeah.
grow in the moors.
In damp places.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they call it the gold of the mountain because it's very precious. And if you're ever walking in the Norwegian mountains and somebody says, "Be careful, don't go over there because I may have seen a bear," that's code
may-
for
There's loads of cloudberry.
leave my multe
cloudberry
alone.
Well, that's just like when John goes mushrooming. He'll say, "Oh no, you don't want to go up that way for some reason,
No, they have the
because that's
same.
where the best mushrooms are."
Yeah.
So you'll have to check me towards the end of this live stream, syltetøy, to see if I can still remember.
I love it.
You
Now
like
you have to put that on your scones
syltetøy?
Yeah,
Syltetøy.
syltetøy.
with clotted cream.
I like how you do it better. Yeah.
Clutter
And one
cream.
more thing, one
Yeah.
more in the bag here. God, I'm lucky, aren't I?
Oh, yeah.
And what's this? Oh, this is for slicing cheese.
Correct.
And this is the traditional one, the
This is
really good
yeah,
one.
A really
For
good one.
slicing- Now then,
Yeah. You could slice cheddar.
But goat's cheese?
Yeah.
Yes.
This for that yellowy goat's cheese?
Or the
brown
brown one.
Brown?
So we wanted to bring
any
the-
cheese.
we wanted to bring you goat's cheese. However, putting the goat cheese in the suitcase and schlepping it for 7 days.
It will be very sweaty.
The cheese would have been very
Especially
sweaty.
as I can buy it in the supermarket
Yeah.
just a few miles away.
Probably, yeah.
And that's so. Would you have sultatoy and cheese together?
Or you can
Yes, you
actually.
can.
If you have the brown cheese, you can put strawberry syltetøy on top.
Or multesyltetøy.
I've never tried that, but
Or multa sultatoy.
Yeah.
What's strawberry in Norwegian?
Jordbær.
you will buy.
Jordbær sultatoy.
Jordbærsyltetøy. Yeah, yeah, you're good.
I'm enjoying it. And you've been learning some English words, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, a boa wa.
About
Yeah,
what?
a boa wa. So that's
Well, no one is who speaks English is going to get that. Do it again.
a boa wa.
A bottle of water.
Yeah,
About
A
what?
bottle of water.
yeah. Boa wa. Yeah.
And then you have another one.
And then, oi, governor.
No, that's
Yeah,
not
but he
thing.
says, "Oi,
No.
governor," except in old films.
I know. Well,
But
yeah.
then
And
we
then-
learned
yeah.
another one from, what you call people from this area?
Oh,
Geordies.
Geordies,
Geordies.
yeah.
Geordies.
Going yam?
Ganinjem.
Go-
Ganinjem.
Well, that's
Ganinjem.
Ganinjem is Norwegian.
that's Norwegian.
Yeah, well, Ganinjem. There's a lot of Norwegian influences
Yeah.
in the language because we're so close by, a
Yeah.
seafaring nation.
Yes, we are.
And so Ganinjem is what a Geordie would say for "I am going home."
Yeah,
Yeah.
we say
Great Geordie words, you know.
go
But
yam.
you say
Go.
Ganinjem. I'm Ganinjem, you canny lad.
Yeah. Cool. That's so cool. We have a lot in
Multa
common.
sultøy.
Yeah. Syltetøy. Not
Syltetøy.
syltetøy.
Multa
Syltetøy.
sultøy.
Yeah.
Super
Okay,
fun.
I'll test me at the end.
And the cheese cutter is really a very traditional one with a birch handle.
Birch handle.
Yes, birch tree.
Do you know my parents
Birch
had
wood
one of
handle.
these when I was a little girl?
You have?
They thought they were the bee's knees. I think they were the first in the street to get one of these.
Well, they were the bee's knees. I mean, they still are.
Yeah.
It's one of the only inventions the Norwegians got credit for.
Oh, really?
It's this and the paperclip.
Oh, that's
Oh,
so,
come on.
Those are the two only things
come on.
that ever came out of Norway.
Scones and jam. Scones and sultatoy.
Yes.
Coming down the lime green sofa.
Yeah, passing it down.
Both ways.
That way.
That way or that
And
way.
do you know something? You never get crumbs on the lime green sofa.
No, that's such a good
Virtual?
sofa, yeah.
Very good.
And you don't even need to, after the cats have been walking, or the
Don't we-
cat, because
don't we-
you still have one.
Yeah, one cat now.
You don't have to get the,
No,
the
no,
fur out of the
You don't have to do
sofa.
anything. It's pristine all the
Yes.
time.
Yeah,
And we met the cat.
Yeah.
we did, yeah.
Cat Rita. She's not well.
No, but she just said she wasn't social, and suddenly she
She
came
came to
us.
cuddle
She
with
did.
us.
She did come and have a cuddle
Yeah.
with the
So
guys.
that's-
Yeah.
We have maybe
The
we're
vibe.
cat
The
whisperers.
vibe.
The vibe. You
Have you
have the
see
vibe.
any? Have you seen any comments?
Okay.
I can see anything.
Well, don't worry. There's there's plenty
Lots
of
of
time.
time.
Like
Lots
I
of time.
I was going to say about the lime green sofa, Kate. During the pandemic, both our channels became these places for people to come and congregate.
Yeah.
And the first time I heard about you was because people were punching in. Oh, I'm here because Kate from the last
Yeah.
Homely House told me to have a look at your channel, and so they kept on about the lime green couch. So I went.
Sofa.
Sorry, sofa. So I went to your YouTube channel. I think you did too.
But-
And I spent the first day looking for videos of the sofa because I didn't quite understand
I
it was
tried to
virtual.
explain
Try
to
to
him.
explain.
Yeah.
It's not a real
It's
sofa.
not a real
It's not a real sofa.
Yeah.
So,
But I did get to see a lot of your videos, and I really loved what we saw. So we did give you a shout out if you remember.
And it was lovely because lots of people from the Arnecarlos channel came over and started supporting me here at the Last Homely House. And so it was lovely, and I had a little bit of a spurt.
Yeah.
Have you seen, though, that the numbers are edging up towards 100,000 on the Last Homely House?
Yes, they
yeah,
are.
you're getting that thing soon.
Yeah.
Well, the silver play button.
Silver
It's
play.
not like I'm obsessed or anything.
I think you should-
No, that's the first thing you mentioned when we communicated in 2020.
So
Oh,
just be subscribed.
Well, you just got yours.
Yeah,
we
You
did.
just opened yours on a
Yeah.
live stream.
We did, and so will you.
Well, do you ever look at the statistics and see how many people are subscribed and how many aren't?
Yeah,
It's quite a lot of people watching the Last Homely House and Arne and Carlos who aren't subscribed.
I know, and you should, because we got lovely families lovely communities and lots of fun things on both our channels for you to enjoy.
Well-
and you know, we do need to help Kate get her silver
Yeah.
button. We got ours 3 years ago, and it's your turn.
Oh,
Really,
you're so close.
you're so yeah. I mean, I'm predicting. I told Kate, without knowing much about the statistics of her channel, I'm predicting that you will get your silver button this summer,
And it's-
probably in July.
It's not a competition.
No, not at all.
But my thinking is that there's 2 of them. So really you should halve your numbers, shouldn't you?
Actually, we should. We should. We should have one button each.
This is something that I always think about with you two, that there's 2 of you, and in your live streams you can just bounce off one another and chat about things. It's so much harder to do that when you're sitting here on your own. This is so
yes.
much nicer with 3 of us.
It is, isn't it? It's nice. And your sofa is really nice and
It's
wide.
comfy.
Yeah.
You get a lot of. No, actually, it's very narrow, so it's nice and cozy here. Actually,
Yeah, but it's big enough for the 3 of us.
It
isn't
is.
It's big enough for
Big
the
enough.
3
Well,
of
thank
us.
you so much for the gifts.
Oh, you're
They're really
welcome.
lovely.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
lots of toys.
they're for everybody anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
we were thinking about the whole gang, pretty much. You know,
Yeah.
the whole Last Homely House gang and our.
And
You know,
you-
the people on our channel as well.
Because if you could see our little setup here, we've got our mics on, so I hope you can hear us okay. But we're live streaming to my device and to Arne and Carlos's device, so we're looking at 2 different devices.
Yeah.
So if we're not making eye contact with one of
Maybe
you,
that's why we look so strange.
Yeah, we keep doing this
We keep
a lot. Yeah.
doing a lot of nodding, looking at you, looking at you. So that's good.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, Kate, you've been really busy, haven't you? Starting up your new channel. How's
Yeah.
that going?
Going really well, really well. I wanted to separate out all the gardening content. Lots of people would ask me what's happening in the garden. And you know as well as I do about the YouTube algorithm that it doesn't like it when you start talking about different things.
Oh yeah, we get that.
Yeah,
we
we get
I
that a
think
lot.
every content creator does get that.
Yeah.
And that was why I thought that to do occasional videos about the garden. There's so much happening in the garden this year. And you've been all around the garden and up to the tree house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh,
the tree
today.
house is fabulous.
I want the treehouse now.
I want the tree
Oh,
house.
that was the
I want
first
a
thing they
tree
both
house.
said. I want a tree house, Carlos. I want a tree house, Arne. So I think there's going to be a
You know
tree
what I'm
house
thinking,
coming to
Arne?
Norway.
Yeah.
We should build a tree house on top of the insect hotel that we're building.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to make an insect hotel with Agnes.
Yeah.
That's I want to do that for the
Yeah.
winter time, so that'll be fun.
Yeah,
be
insect
fun.
hotels are a lot of fun to make.
And you
And
have
really
bees.
important. I do have bees, and you saw my bees
Yeah.
today. And some people are a little bit concerned that I've got my bees so near the garden and where I walk and so on. But you
They do their thing.
weren't bothered by the bees.
But
today.
people have always had bees in the
But-
garden, don't
Yeah, but people think I should have them further away. But
they? And why?
but I'm not bothered by them.
No,
bees,
you
and
don't have
weren't
to. I mean,
really.
they stick around where they are. I mean,
They-
they're like in their in their zone over there.
They are in their zone. and
Even
they're
if
not-
it's near your house, they're still there in their zone.
Exactly.
And then
So-
you have your gear.
I have my
Yeah.
gear when I go in to do anything with them.
Yeah, you're not doing that without having
No,
that.
I'm not, and I'm not, and so you just shouldn't walk up to the entrance where they're trying to fly in and out without your gear.
No, then they
Yeah.
can be.
and
very-
then they'd be upset.
Yeah.
But no, they're mostly pretty benign. I like having them in the garden.
So you have your whole thing with the mask
do.
and the hat
I
and
have the whole-
overall.
Yeah, the whole thing,
Yeah.
the beekeeping suit.
Yeah.
That is
You
so
should
cool.
put some. We should do a striped one in black and
Well,
yellow with little wings on them. That would have been fun. And put some antennas on the hat.
okay. I look stupid enough in the bee suit anyway, without embellishing it any more than I already have. Yeah.
For those who don't know, Arne and I, we love customizing. We don't go by the book on anything, right? I mean,
Well-
whatever we get, we customize.
So if we had bees, we would have wings.
Yeah, I'm sure we would.
I think I've seen the hive that you saw.
Yeah.
I've seen some people have painted them beautifully, really gorgeous scenes and flowers and so on. And I looked at it and thought, I'm not actually that artistic when it comes to paint. I'm great with fabric. In fact, I could probably stick
Good
fabric
quilt.
on the outside.
Good.
But no, I'm not going to do. I'm not going to paint the hive. It's just going to. It's made of cedar,
Yeah.
and it'll age a beautiful sort of grey colour.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Okay, Kate.
Oh, comments.
I'm sorry for interrupting,
No.
but somebody's mentioning you have a dollhouse.
I do. Oh yes.
Where's the
I
dollhouse?
must show you the dolls. I
Gaz,
do have a
You
doll.
haven't shown us.
You
the
haven't. We've come all.
Where do you hide that one?
We've walked 7
Do you know
days.
something? 7 days to come and see me, and the first thing I didn't do was tell you about the doll's house. When Agnes was a baby, I made her a doll's house,
Okay.
and I'll show you after this live
Yeah,
stream.
yeah.
We
'cause
have
it's-
to see it.
You see that cupboard there?
Okay.
It's in that cupboard.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
Thank you very much, person, for mentioning that.
Thank you for
Because I
mentioning
haven't
that.
shown them the doll's house, and I will.
Yeah.
I made all the bits and pieces for that.
Oh, you did?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, now Arne is really excited now. 'Cause
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you make doll's house stuff,
Yeah,
don't you?
yeah.
All
Oh,
the
no.
time, yeah.
the time.
Why
And-
wasn't this the first thing we talked about?
I think we.
Oh, we were,
I think
we were overwhelmed. We walked into your home. We saw all the beautiful colors. We saw all the beautiful fabrics. We saw your
Yeah.
gorgeous painted glass,
Yes, the stained glass.
the stained glass. Sorry.
Yeah.
We saw the garden. We saw the tree house. We were
Yeah,
overwhelmed.
but there was
So
And then you showed us all the quilts. Well, we see the
Stack
stack.
of quilts, yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I think in all fairness,
Forgetting the doll's house, I can be forgiven.
you can
Yeah.
be forgiven.
But that's fine, because
Yeah.
after we finish talking to these lovely people, I will show you the
You
doll's
have
house.
to look at the dollhouse.
And Chris
Don't
was
get your
asking.
hopes up, it's not that good.
Yeah. And Chris was asking if you knit jumpers for your dolls. Your dolls.
I do. So yes, I knit jumpers for Agnes's dolls. I made Agnes a doll, and every now and then Agnes's doll gets a. Agnes's doll is still called Doll.
Okay.
That's nice.
No, she never named it. And so I knit little clothes for Agnes's doll. Agnes thinks. So what did she say last time she was here? She said, "Can you knit me a jumper?" I said, "Well, probably." Agnes, "You're a superstar knitter. You could knit me a jumper, no problem." I thought, "Where have you got that from?" She thinks I can start it and have it finished in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
But I do sew things for her.
yeah.
I make her little dressing up clothes and things.
Nice, cool.
Lisa Marshall was mentioning World Bee Day.
World Bee Day.
Yes.
Bee Day. When's World Bee Day? I don't know when
Does
that
anybody
is.
know when that is?
When is that?
It's just a day for the bees.
Yeah.
They're very important. Some people would wonder why would they have a day. But I mean,
They're
think about the
incredibly
birds
important.
and the bees and
But no, the important thing to remember, serious note, like every mouthful of food you eat
yes,
has been pollinated by an insect.
correct. Yeah.
And so if you don't have bees, we wouldn't have any fresh food at all.
Yeah, we wouldn't have flowers.
That's why we want to
We
have
wouldn't have flowers.
insects.
We wouldn't have
Hotels
fruits.
in
we
the
I
wouldn't
think
have
it's so
anything.
important to have pollinators.
Yes,
So
very
So
important.
thank you for pointing out World Bee Day.
So, May 20th is World Bee Day.
Today, yesterday.
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 was
World Bee Day.
Yeah. So
See?
I mean, I think we're forgiven because number one, we walked for 7 days to get to you, and then
then-
we were all so overwhelmed when we met yesterday.
And then I made them
So-
walk all the way
Yeah,
around all the
we've been-
charity
So
shops.
we forgot
Thrift
World Bee Day.
shopping.
But we could celebrate today.
I can celebrate every day.
every day. We have a party after this.
Yes, we do.
Celebrate the bees.
Celebrate.
Yeah.
We'll raise a glass to the bees
We'll
In
raise a
front
glass
of the
to bees.
dollhouse.
In front of the dollhouse.
Okay.
That we haven't seen yet.
with some toy.
But I have to
I've
say,
I've got to
when
keep
we,
remembering how to say it for when you test me later.
Yes.
but I think I have to say, like when we came to your house, it's with all the colors and the fabric, it's so beautiful. So, like, there were so many things to look at.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to ask for anything.
I think
Because you
I'll
get-
find exactly the same when I come and visit you,
Maybe
because I am going to come and visit you.
you're coming.
Yeah, I don't know when, but I am going to come and visit
Well,
you.
soon.
Yeah.
Or you can come with us because I brought the suitcase.
Oh gosh,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I have this empty suitcase. I can put you in the suitcase.
A little bit busy at the moment.
and it's green.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got. I mean, I'm reading comments and just checking it out. Somebody was commenting that we had walked for, well, asking if we really walked for 7 days. Yes, we did. We walked Hadrian's Wall from Bowness on Solway until Newcastle,
Wall's
Wall's
End.
End.
Wall's
And that took us 7 days. And then we got here by taxi because, somebody said you live near the
I live
wall.
right in the middle.
And we took it seriously, so that's how we.
Oh, I do
feel-
live
yeah.
near the wall.
You
But
live
you
near the
walk
wall.
right
It's
past
just
me.
we had to walk past Kate before we came back.
You saw something.
I did. Because Linda, I keep seeing Linda's comment because Linda's one of the moderators on my channel.
Yeah.
And so her name comes up in blue. Oh, and there's Heather. I missed Heather's.
You know everyone.
Well, not everyone, but hi Heather. I haven't heard from you for a long time. But Linda's just said, if you guys were walking to the last homely house, does that mean I am Galadriel?
What is a glove?
Well,
That's from the book. that's
so
called
the Lord of
Tolkien.
the Rings. So if people are new here from ARNE channel and they're wondering why is this called the Last Homely House, I've explained it a number of times on the channel, but it's a quote from Tolkien, and it's all about it's mentioned in the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit. And so the Last Homely House, it's there in my about section if you wanted to dig out and find the quote. But Galadriel was, here we go, was the elf. I'm no elf, I'm a hobbit. There's the elf who
So am I.
lived at the last homely house, which means that if you were walking here, I must be Galadriel. Thank you, Linda.
And then we're the hobbits.
And you're the hobbit.
Yeah, which
you
makes
could be an
sense.
elf if you like. I think you're tall enough to be an elf.
I'm tall enough to be an elf.
I
but
could be a hobbit.
You can be a hobbit with your
I'm
hair.
tall
With
enough
my
to be an
hair.
elf, but I like second breakfasts.
Oh, well then.
So-
And they've both got hairy feet, and so I think they should be hobbits.
Okay.
Too much
Have you
information?
seen the feet?
Not really.
I have to comb my feet
No,
before I leave.
I haven't
I'm
seen
going to
that.
stretch again to see a few more comments.
Okay. He's
Yeah.
great at doing this, isn't
Somebody's
Yeah.
saying, Sphinx is saying that Arne would make a perfect hobbit.
But I am.
so too.
I am
Yeah.
a hobbit.
he? I think so too. And I
You've
think
got that great hobbit
you've
hair.
got the hobbit hair. I think you're right there already. And the second breakfast thing, and the
Oh yeah, I can do second breakfast.
third breakfast,
Fourth,
fourth, afternoon
fifth,
tea,
And
you know,
you'll-
11s is.
I can have breakfast the
that.
whole day.
And Yolanda is asking if we're walking back. We are certainly not.
No, no, thank
Walking
you.
back to Bowness on Solway. We flew to Manchester and then took a train to Carlisle and then a taxi to Bowness and then walked from there all the way to Wallsend, only to take a taxi to Kate's.
So check it out on a map.
Yeah.
Yeah, check it out on a map.
What I
Yeah,
find
but
But
amazing.
tomorrow, where are you going?
So tomorrow, yes. So
My favourite too, Linda.
yeah. So tomorrow,
She's Linda. again.
Linda. Okay. Tomorrow we are taking a train to London, and we have one final thing to do. This has actually been a great. 10 days in the UK. First the wall, now you, and then tomorrow we are finishing up with a performance of The Sleeping Beauty at the Royal Opera House. We're going to see the ballet, and
That's quite amazing.
very excited because it's with the original sets by Oliver Messel, who was
Yeah.
a great
designer.
designer. And these,
What era? When?
So these sets were designed in 1946, and it was the first. Sleeping Beauty was the first performance after the war was over at the
Yes.
Royal Opera House. And so these sets are historical, and we've always wanted to see them live.
Yeah.
We are great fans of Oliver Messel.
And there's a beautiful toy store.
Yes,
Next
and,
to the
yeah, and and then
That's where I'm going.
As a special treat, we're also going to this very special toy store in Covent Garden, where they specialize in Victorian paper theaters. So we've got a whole theatre day planned tomorrow in London with Victorian paper theatre
And so
toys.
I
and
guess
then the
if we
performance.
watch your Instagram tomorrow, we might see some photographs of
Tomorrow or the day after,
Or
yes.
the day after, because we made a video
Oh,
yesterday
okay.
with like things.
Things.
we are,
Little
Wait a minute,
snippets.
relax.
we're a bit
things.
behind when it comes to the posting. Because
Yeah,
we're
and so we
traveling.
have tried to do post to Instagram, haven't we?
We
And
have, yeah.
Anna's been here helping me this weekend. She does a lot of my filming and editing with me.
Yeah.
Anna's my daughter-in-law. You met
She's-
her.
she's
She's
today.
been
very
phenomenal.
She's a delight, isn't
She
she?
is,
She
yes.
really is. She's
Yeah,
great.
she's
So
really
she's given up her weekend for us to do that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you'll be posting. I'll be looking forward to seeing your onward journey.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah, we're
post-
gonna do a little. We're gonna do a little snippet from London as well, and see if we can film inside the toy store. And Arne, do you remember the name, or is it
Oh,
Oh, you had it yesterday.
I had it yesterday.
Yeah, forgot
something
it
with
again now.
Pollock's toy store.
Okay, I know.
in Covent
I know
Garden?
not.
Yeah.
No, because I found this when there was a program I found on YouTube from an English TV program, and it was this actor trying out all English Christmas traditions.
Okay.
And one of the traditions was making those theaters for kids.
Yeah. I had one when I was little.
Me too.
A little cutout thing with little stalks on the characters.
Yeah, yeah, and then you move them.
3 or 4 little layers, a diorama, so that you could.
Benjamin Pollock. There you go.
Yeah.
Benjamin
Yeah.
Pollock. Thank you very
Benjamin
much.
Thank you,
Pollock.
Denise. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
that.
Thank you.
Benjamin Pollock. It's a great little toy store
Beautiful.
in
toy
Covent
store.
Garden. It's one of Arne's favorite places to go in Covent Garden. Besides the Opera House.
You're going to have a great
So
time.
yeah, tomorrow. Well, We're having a great time now. I don't know
Well,
how.
I mean, you're going to carry on having
We're
a
going to
great
carry on having a great time.
The great
tomorrow.
time will continue.
Yeah, it will.
Continue.
Whereas I think
Non-stop.
I'm going to have a little lie down tomorrow.
Yeah,
I think
sorry,
really-
we've worn you out,
Yeah,
haven't we?
Yeah, I'm very old, and you guys have kept me really
Yeah.
busy this
And
couple
you know
of
we've
days.
been walking, so we're
And
like.
they guys are fit as anything.
And you're lucky, Kate, because I mean, we have. If I didn't mention it, we've walked 7 days.
Do you know something? They've walked from one side of the country to the other. Have
6
they
days.
mentioned that?
Yeah.
6
Not
days
7.
of walking.
Well,
6.
So how many miles in one day? Just let's pick this up,
15,
guys.
15 miles per day.
But not just straight miles, like along a straight path.
No,
Up hills and down hills.
What I
Fine.
find amazing is that how did Hadrian know where England was
Thinnest.
thinnest?
That's a question I asked myself too, because he could have built it across the thick bit where
He
it's
could.
Lancashire and
Yeah, he
Yorkshire,
could, yeah.
where it's like 4 times
It
wider.
could easily happen.
We're very grateful to Hadrian that he didn't,
Well-
because I don't know if I would have walked
No,
that much.
But
No.
how did
How
they
did he know?
How did he
Because
know?
he didn't have a drone, did he?
Not that I know. Maybe the Romans came up with drones.
Well, he did come up with everything else.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
there's something we don't know.
Well, I don't know how they knew, but they chose the absolute narrowest point.
They did,
They must
yeah.
have done a lot of surveying. You know, they didn't
Yeah,
build
yeah.
this in a. You know,
I
it
mean, they
wasn't-
were walking along the coast, maybe drawing it with a, you know.
Or maybe they had people running. Maybe they put one person in different places, like 1
then
kilometer
said,
is
like a
apart.
relay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then they had this, you know, the what you call that? That thing you turn around and the sand is running.
Oh, yeah, the
down.
sand clock. or something.
Okay, yeah.
Is it like a sand?
called,
timeglass in Norwegian.
Like a
Time
sand-
It's called a
glass?
timmergross.
Yes.
Timeglass?
Yeah,
You say
that's
that?
it.
Oh, you
Timmergross.
say that?
No, it's called.
That surprised me.
I've forgotten the name of it.
Time glass.
It's called an hourglass.
Yeah.
Hour. Hour. It's the
A
same.
team, whatever you
Team
say.
is an hour. So, and then they just turned that hourglass upside down and they see.
They see
How
how long
long
it
it
takes them to
takes.
run from here.
And then
No, they were probably just mapping it out as they went along the coast.
And then was
exploring
this
it.
guy Claudius. He came first, and then they decided that's the shortest
Oh,
Bit of a history lesson.
history lesson. I'm giving you a history lesson.
Well, you know more history than I do.
I do.
Yeah.
I know. You know, I'm partly Roman.
Oh, that's something we have to talk to John about when we see him later.
Yeah, because I'm related to
Ragnar Lothbrok.
Ragnar Lodbrok.
Oh, say it properly.
Ragnar Lodbrok.
Not Ragnar Lothbrok, which is what I say.
Lodbrok. Lodbrok.
And
Hairy
the
trouser.
Icelandics can say it better than us.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you know, the Norwegian language went to Iceland, or the Norse language went to Iceland, and then it kind of stayed there. So they can say it better than we.
And okay, because it's also in Shetland, and you know, very very similarities between
Yeah.
the languages. We were talking about that, weren't we? How interesting that is.
We have a
Yeah.
lot in common in.
And Ragnar
this area.
Lodbrok, he was in Hexham.
Ragnar Lothbrok. So we were walking down Battle Hill in Hexham
Yeah.
yesterday, which is named after a Viking battle
Exactly.
that actually happened.
Probably.
There you go. There's my bit of history. I'm going to chuck that in for you there.
Very good.
Really accurate, isn't it?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
I'm not really.
You're so good.
You're so good. Yeah.
You should have the T-shirt.
The one thing we're regretting, though, is that we won't have time to go into the Abbey, the Hexham Abbey. But you know, it's good because it gives us an
Coming
excuse
back.
to come
Yeah.
back another time.
We couldn't do everything.
We couldn't do everything.
But first you have
Yeah.
to come to Norway.
But first, you do have to come to Norway.
Yeah, it'd be
I
really
see
great.
there's a lot of people wondering if you're going to come to Norway, and
Well,
have
I
a-
love that.
I have a feeling you will.
I think so.
I have a feeling we
I
will
think
see
so.
you in Norway
I'd like that.
in no time.
Yeah,
so,
I'd like that very much. That would
yeah.
be really excellent.
That would be really.
Yeah, because now we've seen your house, your garden, and now it's time for for you to see
Yeah,
our
I'd be
house
really-
and our garden.
I'd be more than happy.
And maybe I have cleaned up the studio because I'm so inspired. now.
Oh,
Wasn't that me?
well, that was so funny because the workroom, we call it now, or Agnes, my little granddaughter who's 3, she called it the sorting office for some reason.
That's
But
it.
at the workroom, I was showing the guys around the house this morning, and it was quite amusing when we went in there because it's quite tidy. Anna's in charge of tidying that; she does a brilliant job.
We
But-
need her.
And Carlos said to Arne, he said, "Wow, do you think we could do this with your studio?" what
And then
did
I
you
came
say?
up with this.
I don't think that will happen. But
I came up with this brilliant idea. Now, you guys tell us in the comments if you want to see this video. So my idea for a video is we take everything that is in Arne's studio and we bring it out of the house, and then we start sorting what we want, and what we don't want.
And the deal is, if you haven't touched it for a year, it has to go.
Yeah.
There's
Oh.
nothing in there I haven't touched for a year.
Oh.
Well, 2 years then.
I have touched things all the time because
No,
I have to
no.
move things around to
Okay.
find things.
So I have a feeling if we take out everything that
Maybe
is-
I'm like obsessive compulsive
Yeah, Arne, if
Maybe.
maybe you are.
hoarder.
If we take out everything that is in your studio, I can promise you that we won't be able to put it all back in because it's actually grown organically. Every time you put a new thing in,
Yes, sorting.
so we're gonna
What?
do.
Sorting?
Somebody wants to see that. Lots of people want
So
to see
do we
that.
want to see that video?
Yeah.
Give us a big shout out. Let us know.
But you know, in a few days, the clown painting will come in that room. Then I have to hide it because
What?
I found the clown painting
I'm afraid of clowns.
in a thrift shop
Okay.
in Sweden.
And you bought it?
I bought it because I said we just have to save this clown because it was
I
so
know.
beautiful. And we showed it, and a lot of people are afraid of clowns.
I'm
not, but
terrified.
I have to turn it
Were you
around.
frightened by a clown as a child?
Sorry?
Were you?
No, no.
I always
I'm just
reading again.
comments. No. I
It's
just.
good there's one of us have to read
Yeah.
One
because
of those is
Yeah,
Because
I-
we don't-
we can't see.
no, we don't see any.
I've taken the reading challenge here. I'm reading comments on both channels
She's
and
doing-
trying to
he's
answer.
doing
No,
really well.
I'm not afraid of. I was never scared by a clown, but I've seen all these silly shows on TV, right?
Well,
With
then-
horror movies with people
But
with
my-
masks
Watch them.
on.
No, don't
And that
watch.
freaks me out.
Watch lovely things like The Sound of Music
Oh, that's.
And Mary Poppins.
and Mary Poppins.
Poppins.
I've never
Absolutely.
seen Sound of Music.
Have you?
No, I've only seen that scene where is it Julie Andrews sings on top of a
She
mountain.
sings a lot.
She's on top of the mountain for
She's-
quite a lot of the
she's-
show.
she
of
does
the
a lot of
movie.
singing.
But
in
there's
The
one
Sound
scene she's like twirling around.
of- That's the
isn't it?
beginning.
Yeah, that's
So
the
that's
very
what I have
The
beginning.
Hills Are Alive.
The
Sound
Hills
of
Are
Music.
Alive. That's the one.
So I'm disappointed. I think when I come to Norway, these are the things that I would like to do. I would like to have a ride in your Beetle, please,
Yeah.
Okay. Done.
and watch The Sound of Music with you
Okay, let's do
Oh,
that.
okay. So we're totally saving the Sound of Music
when I come.
for Kate.
I think you should drive the Beetle.
Oh, I love Beetle. I've had 3 Beetles in my
Yeah, I
time.
know.
Yeah, and I loved my Beetles. But don't you find this? We're ranging far and wide here, guys. But I want to ask you a technical question about your Beetle. Don't you find you spend a lot of money in the garage on maintaining the Beetle?
Oh yeah. It's
It's a money waster.
yeah. So for those of you who don't know, if you don't know us from before, Arne.
Oh look, here's your Beetle mug.
Oh yeah. Arne saved his first Beetle. This is the first car he ever had.
Put it-
sorry.
There
we go.
Okay, we have
both.
two.
We
You
have
can
two.
show.
And I had a yellow Beetle.
Yeah, this is yours.
And so the guy sent me this mug.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that one is.
And I bought that one at
Ours.
Christmas one year.
And Arne's car is from 1968. It was your first car.
Yeah.
My
It
first
was your
car.
mother's
Third
third
Beetle.
car. And in 2017, we had it all restored. And, well, actually not restored, renovated. And
painted and-
Oh, yeah, everything is redone. And we even put in a new engine. It's an old
Oh.
new engine.
Did you? So it goes really well now.
Oh yeah.
Yes. But,
Because
yes.
mine never did.
So
This one is like.
every year we get it checked at the garage. The first thing we do for the season, we only drive it in the summer.
Yeah.
And then we just hope that we can get through the summer without having to go to the garage again. But
Okay.
so
and
far,
then does it go back into the garage or back into cold storage, as it
we
were?
store it at
Yeah,
our place,
yeah.
in our own.
You know, we
garage.
fixed it, and that's quite expensive. And then we
Okay.
had to build a garage because we couldn't have it outside in
yeah.
the winter.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So I've had 3
Yeah.
Beetles: a blue one, a yellow one, and the last one was a red one. Loved them.
And we have a white one.
Yeah, I know. I love your Beetle.
Yeah.
I have Beetle envy.
yeah,
Yeah.
but you will drive it.
And
Yes,
her name
right.
is Humlen.
Humlen
Humlen. That's
Humlen.
is a bumblebee,
That's
Bumblebee.
a bumblebee. Yeah, because we
Humlen.
love bees. So.
and it's named
Humlen.
after my mother
Oh.
because we called my mother
Little
Humlen.
bee. Oh.
Because she was a little bit
She
all
was,
over the place.
all over
Very sweet
doing
lady.
things.
All over the
Oh,
place.
that's really, really, really nice.
So we said, oh, Humlen. Now she's working
great.
again.
And wherever she is now, she's watching, she's looking at us, down at us, and she is probably the happiest mom in
bee.
the world because we have taken such good care of her
She
car.
took really good care of that car.
She loved that car.
So
Oh, that's really great that you're doing the same for her.
yeah,
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad it's still in the family.
it is.
It's
It
a
is, yeah.
fantastic car. I mean, I've got a practical car, just an ordinary car, but these are so special.
They
These
are, yeah.
beautiful vintage cars, a
They
completely
are.
different kind of car, aren't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah.
And Arne came up with a good idea for a new holiday. You know, instead of walking the wall,
Drive it.
why don't we drive a vintage car in England? We probably not bring our own because
You can
she's
hire one.
very
You can hire
sensitive.
one, yeah.
But we could hire a British one.
Or you could hire a camper van, a VW
Yeah,
camper van,
that's cool.
and go on holidays.
That
That's
could be
the
fun
thing.
too.
That's the thing.
But I wouldn't drive our Beetle in England because the steering wheel is on the
wrong
wrong
side.
side.
Yeah, we need the steering wheel on the
Wrong
British side
It's on the
to
wrong
drive
side in
British
England.
So
traffic.
that's the thing. I've been driving you around a little bit, but you're okay with that, aren't you?
No, it's a bit
Yeah.
scary.
Is it?
Being
Is
driven by
my-
Kate.
Is my driving scary?
No, we're
Or
on the wrong
being
side.
On the left side of
No, no, no.
You're on the right.
We're on the
side.
right side
Yeah,
of the UK.
but the wrong side for you.
For us, it's the other side.
Napoleon. So everybody drove the way the British do.
So-
I
And then
know.
Napoleon changed that.
Napoleon. Because my theory is
No, he
that
did.
there was
He decreed in 18 something that all the cars are gonna, or the carriages are gonna go on the opposite side because he wanted to do something big, right? And Napoleon was at war with Britain.
okay.
Britain. So the British didn't do it. No, it's true.
Because I had this idea that back in the day when there weren't very many cars and there were just carts and things, that people would just there wouldn't be a right and the wrong side. There would just be a road,
Yeah.
and you would very rarely see another car.
But it was the Romans.
But
the
I saw,
Romans.
I saw a comment.
So okay.
Is this someone who knows you, or someone wrote, "Kate's driving is scary"?
Yes. Well,
Who is that?
so some of you may know that I have a Patreon channel, and every week I put a video out on Patreon for the patrons called One More. And this Friday, just gone, it was a video of Anna and I driving into Newcastle. We were going to do something. We thought, well, we might as well film it. So we filmed driving through the city, which is, you know, I can do that because I've been doing it all my driving life. But it is quite, so we're driving along and there's a great big lorry coming the other way. Well, I know to stay here, but I think it's only scary when you think I'm on the wrong side of the road, but I'm not.
I mean, no, technically you're not. No, the Romans actually decided that the cars were going to be in the left-hand side of the
And
road.
so this is something I'd really like to do a massive thank you to New Zealand, because New Zealand drives on the left-hand side of the road. There's many things I love about New Zealand. One of them is that it's summer when it's winter here.
Yeah.
They speak English. They drive on the left-hand side of the road,
They
and they
do.
are the most wonderful people I've ever met.
Oh,
Oh, they're great. Apart from you guys, of
But
course.
do the same in Australia.
yes.
Australia.
And
What
in
side do they-
Japan.
Australia is also
Japan.
Japan's definitely left.
They're on the left side.
And do you know Sweden, my country?
Another lovely comment. She's not wrong. Everyone else is.
Exactly. But you know, when we've been driven in England and we come back home to Norway, 2 times I have ended up on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah.
Because when you drive in England, your head is...
Well,
coming
Spinning,
from
yeah.
Norway, you have to think
so
in
there
a
have
total...
been times when I've been abroad and driven in Europe, and I can do it, but I just, you know, something, the older I get, the less I feel like I want to drive on. What's that? Oh, Sandra's here too. Hi, Sandra.
And from our channel, Arne, we've got Lisa here. Lisa Marshall says, let's ask Gita to put together a New Zealand knitting trip. That would be a trip. Huh?
I'm coming on that one.
Oh, yes, so am I.
I love New Zealand.
Oh, yeah. We definitely do a Norwegian in New Zealand knitting trip with
That could be
Kate.
cool. With
Ooh.
you.
Yeah.
Can I come?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can do knitting and
We'll all go.
everything. You're
Well,
a good knitter, so...
Well, I can do the pearl stitch.
I know.
Well, now you can.
I did 3 of them.
You did.
I did. But I went to New Zealand in 2013.
Oh, lucky you.
And I went in January, and it was summer there, and I left snow and horrible weather here, and I had 2 months of the most glorious weather. Really, really. Please, Kate can. Okay, I didn't get that, Linda. I'm only seeing Linda's comments because she's got the big blue spanner next to her name.
So, okay.
And Sandra too. But no, New Zealand is somewhere I had the most wonderful time. I went from the south right up to the north.
Yeah.
long country. I didn't walk. I took buses and I drove and so on. And it's somewhere I'd absolutely love to go back to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've never been
We've never
there.
been. We've been to Australia. We were doing a knitting cruise from Australia to New Zealand, but that was in 2020 when everything got cancelled. That's when we actually started doing our podcast. So, and then we haven't been back because it's been
So
crazy.
one thing I'll say that I noticed about New Zealand was because of the way the country is, very long and thin, with most of the activity going on around the outside.
Pretty much like
There's
Norway.
a lot of cruises.
Just like
and so a lot
Norway.
of cruise ships. Linda's just asked if I can show the gifts that you gave me again for people who've just joined us.
Yeah.
Arne and Carlos brought me some beautiful gifts from Norway, and we're going to test my language again. So just to remind you, because Linda's just asked if I'll show them again. These beautiful chocolate hearts. Now,
Melkechoklad. Melkehjärta.
oh no! Don't make me learn that one. Milka chocolada.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't say that.
No, Melkehjärta.
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 And then it says ett litet stycke Norge.
Ett litet stycke Norge,
Yeah.
which is a little stick from Norway.
little
No, not a stick.
No, a little
A
piece
little
of
piece.
Norway.
And then some fantastic cloudberry tea. This is for people who've just joined us lately.
And this is pronounced
Oh, you
Oh,
didn't teach me
cloudberry
how
tea.
to do cloudberry.
multe. Yes, we did.
No, this is the one you taught me how to do.
Yeah.
Oh, it is cloudberry.
No, it's
It's
both
cloudberry as
So you-
well.
So this one you just say multete.
Multite.
Melkehjärta.
And
There you
this
go.
one is beautiful cloudberry jam. But they can't just say jam. They've got to go all around the houses and say siltatoy.
I love it when you say that.
So it's multisiltatoy, which is like cloudberry jam.
Yeah. So multisyltetøy.
Multisiltatoy. and then this gorgeous cheese slicing
Yeah.
implement.
Very traditional Norwegian one with a birch handle.
That's right. And so what we've got virtually coming down the sofa all the way down to New Zealand,
Yeah.
we've got scones with
Yeah.
multisiltatoy and a slice of goat's cheese.
And they're the most delicious scones we've ever had,
With a cup of tea.
which we made this afternoon.
I don't know if you have multe tea with
Would you have
scones. I think you will.
multisiltatoy with multi tea?
No, I think you do that.
You might get
separate.
an OD on
You
multe.
might have multi.
Yeah, you might multe OD.
You might overdo the multi.
Yeah.
And
and
multe
that's
is
called-
cloudberry.
Yeah, and in Norwegian, to OD on something is an overdose.
Overdose. We know what that is. We know what that is. We know what that is. Hello to you, Sandra, as well. And hello to everyone who's left lovely, lovely, lovely comments.
Yes, thank you so much.
Carlos has been great at dipping in to try and read some of them, but Anna and I are far too far away.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
strange. I have new glasses. I can
And
Yeah.
I
see.
haven't even
and-
got my glasses on.
And because we're doing this, in two cameras, it's a little bit tricky
Yes,
because
it
the
is.
cameras are a little far away.
That's true.
And the
But-
laptop is bigger, but
Yeah.
our phone is on top there, and that's like.
Honestly, we should take a photograph of what this looks like and
Yeah.
and stick it up somewhere because it's a very strange little setup, isn't
It
it?
is very cool.
And then you should definitely do a little, tasting of this on your own.
Definitely, I will. I'll
and
do-
let us know what you think.
Well,
about-
I'll make the tea and sit
and pass it
outside.
down to everybody on the sofa.
Someone asked how far away we live from Kate. That's
Um,
so far.
We live
it's
in
another
Norway.
country.
Yeah, we live in Norway. It's to get here we have to fly. We can't fly to Newcastle. We could fly to Edinburgh direct.
Yeah.
On certain days of the week, and then take a train. It would be a 2-hour flight from Edinburgh.
But there
to
used to
Oslo.
be a ferry,
There
Yeah.
used to be a ferry. Yeah.
and I'm sad that there isn't a ferry anymore because I'd love to come over on a ferry.
That is so nice.
I don't like flying. I mean, I love flying. I think it's the most amazing thing to do. It's very bad
Sometimes
for
you
the
have to
planet.
fly.
It is, yeah. So getting here to the last homely house, we flew from Oslo to Manchester. Then we took a train from Manchester to Carlisle. Then we
And they
took
walked.
a train.
And then we walk.
No, we took a train from Carlisle to Bowness on Solway, and then we walked for 6
Whole
days
week.
to Wall's End before.
Did we
taking-
mention we walked?
Yeah.
Thank you, Linda.
Just mentioning that again, just in case you missed it.
But-
it's been a hard,
It's a long way.
hard walk to get here, but definitely worth it.
Well, that's very kind of you to say so.
Yeah.
Very kind of you to say so. So Linda's just reminded people about the garden channel again, but I want to remind people about your YouTube membership channel.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
the
forget-
memberships.
we
We've
forget
just,
all
Yeah,
about
no, actually, we've just started the memberships.
'Cause I'm interested to hear more about that.
So we've just started a membership on our YouTube. We don't have Patreon. We've never had it, and YouTube has given us the possibility to do a membership on our channel. And right now we are kind of soft
launching
it. Although
Yeah.
you've kind of blasted it out.
But do you mind?
No, not at all, not at all. Yeah, and if you become a member of our channel, there's like a possibility to support it for $5 a month. And at the moment, what we're offering is all these lovely little emojis
Well, I'm going to join.
that we've made.
you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And we join yours.
Yeah,
we
well,
learn a
that
lot.
would cancel each other out, wouldn't it? So we'll decide whether we will or
Yeah.
not.
But anyway, we've got little cute little emojis that we've drawn and designed, and you know.
So if you did a comment and you were a member, that would come up beside your comment.
Yeah.
Oh, how cool!
So
is that?
no. You could, if you're a member, and you want to use the ARNE happy emoji, you can.
Oh.
And you could just put or you could put the Carlos LOLing, laughing. Yeah, laughing out loud. So we've done our own little emojis of ourselves, and there's a little emoji of our dog Freya, and there's even Moose as an emoji.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
yeah. So anyway, that's for the moment, and we'll come back with more when we launch more
And
benefits.
we learn a lot now
on our
from
channel.
Kate.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, you talked about back. What you call that? When you film behind.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, we never do that.
Yeah,
Well,
we're going to be doing that.
Yeah.
we
have to
do.
do
So we do a lot of behind the scenes, less edited. I'd say almost unedited
Yeah.
content for patrons, which because our YouTube channel, the Last Time He Has channel, has got quite a lot of production value. I like to think that that Anna puts a lot of effort. What are you knitting?
Oh,
Oh, we're like,
yeah.
Oh look, he just got his knitting out.
Yeah, I just got my knitting out.
Because this is sitting knit for a bit.
It is, yeah. We're supposed to knit, and we
there's a
haven't done
lot
much
of
of that.
Is that our emojis
Yeah.
coming?
Oh, you've
Teresa
got
just
somebody.
There is
Yeah.
the people that are using
and
the
Lauren is
emojis.
just using our emoji.
How
Thank
cool
you.
is that?
And that's a knitted heart, I believe.
That's so small.
we have. They're tiny.
We have to read comments later.
Yeah.
So anyway, speaking of knitting, we do need to put in a little bit of knitting
I think we
on our
need-
channel.
We need knitting from sit and knit for a bit.
yeah.
Come on, let's have a look.
And for those who don't know us, in
Yeah, if
Kate's
you're in the
channel,
Last Time He Has.
we are originally from the fashion industry. We had a fashion brand for 10 years before we left that industry, and then we started doing books. And knitting books and knitting patterns. And now we do a lot of design work for Rowan. Rowan is a yarn brand that we really
There's
love
one of your
working
knitting
with.
balls up there in the comment. Look,
Yeah, there's knitting.
this is great that people are using those.
Yeah, and we've got a couple of designs that we're going to be publishing later on, and these are our works in progress. This is a dicky, so you put it on, right, and then you get one panel on one
the front,
side and then
Keeps
the
you
other
warm
one.
in the winter.
Yeah, and this one has a nice little chain
Cable.
cable.
Oh, yeah.
That looks like a chain.
It is like
And I'm actually finishing this up for Arne. Actually knitted this. I didn't do
And
this.
he's doing the rib.
But I'm doing the rib. I'm finishing off the rib of this one.
And this one,
And I'm making scarves.
isn't that beautiful?
This is the old pattern. We have all these old patterns from the 40s and 50s and even older.
I love
and
this one.
there's like small pictures in black and white, and you
It's a
really can't
scarf.
see what it is
Yeah. Oh.
before
right.
you knit the pattern. Then you
Right,
see.
okay.
So this is
So it's-
for a scarf.
And it's fun. Suddenly I see the emojis.
all the emojis are
I saw
coming
the
through.
Arne heart emoji.
So that's great that those
Uh,
people are using those.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
should make emojis.
Yeah, we should all make emojis.
Make me an
So,
emoji, lads.
Yeah, I can make them.
We'll
for
draw
you.
some for you.
We can make some emojis.
So
for you.
much creativity all together.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it has been a bit like that this few days, hasn't
Yeah.
it?
It has, yes.
Really,
It's been really
a
nice.
lovely creative time.
It's been quite the experience to meet you. You're all that we thought you were going to be, and
And
then
more.
some. So
And the dollhouse.
Well,
Yeah.
oh yeah, well the dollhouse is still to come. But it was just lovely when I met you guys yesterday. It was like old friends.
Lots
it was
of
just
hugs.
Yeah, it's
lots
very.
of good hugs. It's been
Yeah.
super,
Very nice.
really, really great.
It has absolutely been super.
yeah.
And, we've done now our first live stream
Well,
together
yeah.
here from the last Homely House. And I think, if you guys enjoyed it, I think that we should definitely do one from our home on the Norwegian mountains near Lillehammer. where we live in an old train station.
Sandra's just put a link to your become a member of ARNE. Thank you,
thank
Sandra.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And yeah, so we definitely need to bring you over to
Yeah,
our
you
train
have to come.
station where we live and do a little something with you at some point. Absolutely.
Everyone's saying yes to more collaborations.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
it's been fun
It's
to
been
do it in
nice.
real life. I mean, we email one another occasionally, don't
Yeah.
we? But this has been so nice.
We have to
And-
do the Skype more.
Yeah, and you guys
Or
have
Zoom or what you call it.
Zoom. Yeah.
FaceTime,
FaceTime.
one of those
FaceTime.
Yeah.
virtual things.
You guys have to stay tuned because later in the year, I mean, not immediately, but at one point, we will air a few episodes that we recorded from the last Homely House.
Yeah, we've done quite a
featuring-
bit of recording.
Yeah, featuring Kate and Arne and Carlos. So there's going to be some cooking,
just beautiful.
some knitting, and some
Doing.
quilting and doing. Yeah.
Doing.
So you have to stay tuned
This
for
is
that.
beautiful.
Thank you. But I think maybe we should take a look at that Dollhouse.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
right.
I think
before
we have
we
to
get
leave
much
soon.
older, we
Yeah,
have to
before we
go
get older and
look
tired.
at the dollhouse.
So
we
let's
just have to check that I can still say this.
Yes. Okay.
Multa siltatoi.
Yes.
Hey!
Yay!
I've got it now. It's in my long-term memory.
Perfect. So next time we'll teach you a new word.
Yes,
Um,
every time.
every
word.
time.
Just come up with a funny one. That,
Okay. Siltatoi. One that makes you laugh when I say it.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of those in
Lot of
Norwegian. People, when they listen to us, they think we're just singing all the time, and some people think about that Swedish chef, the whole. But yeah, I mean, multisultatoi.
Siltatoi?
Right. It's a singing language. It's a
Okay.
fun language where. Yeah. Anyway,
I need to show on the doll's
Yeah,
house.
I think
we're gonna watch. We're gonna look at Kate's Dollhouse, and we are gonna leave you now. And I don't know if you do formalities, Kate.
Well, no. You're much better at formalities.
So-
And do you know why? There's two of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you two can do one bit. There's just one of me.
Yeah.
So I say something like, what do I say, guys? I say, thanks for watching.
Okay.
Subscribe if you want to. Give us a thumbs up and leave a comment.
Yeah.
And put your notification on. I say it,
You
but
say
I don't
it.
say it
Okay.
like
And remember,
you
there's
two.
another channel also.
Yeah, well, there's
Yeah.
that one as well, which
Yeah.
Linda's been leaving lots
Yeah,
of
good.
links to. So thank you for that.
Okay,
Thank
so-
you for my moderators, Linda, Sandra. Thank you.
So let's do the formalities, Arne.
Okay,
so-
now listen to this. Is how to properly do it. Okay.
Okay. So,
This is how to wind up a live stream.
So thank you for watching, and
He's forgotten.
suddenly I forgot it.
okay, let me start it. We hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please give it a big thumbs up and make sure to comment and interact with us, as this helps us grow here on YouTube.
And if you're a subscriber, put on your notifications, because then you won't miss the episode, and we will see you again on which day is it? today?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Because Sit and Knit for a Bit live on the Arne and Carlos YouTube channel is back. This is a Sit and Knit for a Bit live on a Sunday, but on Wednesday we're coming back with our normal podcast, Sit and Knit for a Bit live.
So that's going to be great.
Yeah.
I'll be there. Be
Yeah.
there or be square.
Be there or be square.
Yeah, we show all the good stuff we found
yeah.
with Kate.
We're gonna be recapping
Shopping with Kate.
recapping the wall, shopping with Kate, and talking about projects, our design projects that we are launching or that we have launched recently. So it's all going to be on Sit and Knit for a Bit every Wednesday this summer, as long as we can, at 6 p.m. Central European Summertime on Wednesday. And you can always watch it after, because these live things, they stay.
They stay here.
Yeah.
And I'll be back next week on The Last Homely House with an interesting video that Anna and I have been putting together for you. I think you'll like that one.
Perfect.
We will all watch it.
And then keep in mind, Kate has a Patreon. We now have our membership, YouTube membership. So
And
you
that's,
want to,
yeah, behind the scenesy kind
Yeah.
of stuff on Patreon and all sorts of little extra bits and pieces.
Yeah.
so you may want to look into those. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. We need Kate to get her silver
Oh
button.
yeah, if you've not subscribed to The Last Homely House and you're still watching,
And that's the same about the people watching the Arne and Carlos channel.
well, come on.
Come on, we have to.
And
Okay. Now I think we did it.
well, no,
because
no,
I There's a dollhouse.
Yeah, but we missed the shenanigans one.
The shenanigans.
So if you want to be 100%, stay 100% up to date, you know, and know all the shenanigans that Arne and I are up to, the newsletter is the best way.
Oh, right, the newsletter.
Do you have a newsletter?
I have a newsletter.
So
you can subscribe to my newsletter
subscribe.
too.
And to ours.
And so many things to do.
Yeah, and you can find all our details
So
on
little
our respective channels. Arne and Carlos, and Kate at the lonely. No, sorry,
The
the last homely house.
No, I think it's
I
time
think now
to
it's
stop.
definitely time to stop.
Yeah,
He's
no,
calling it the
this-
lonely house.
No, the homely house.
I think we should let these people get on with their day, don't you?
Yes. Get on with your days. We have a dollhouse to see. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you so much, and thank you for all the lovely comments that I haven't been able to see on either of these streams here. It's been lovely seeing all these comments coming through, and thank you. We've got 1,520 people watching on your channel.
About 1,000.
About the same.
Yes.
And so thank you so much to all of you, and we'll catch up with you soon. This has been lovely. I've really, really, really enjoyed
See you
it.
soon.
See you. Take care, everybody. Now you've got to work out how to turn it off.
Oh, yeah. That's always a struggle.
Yeah,
And
But
I
then
don't
that's
know
when
how
we
to
come
do
off
that.
like
the problem
this.
is
You
the iPad.
lunge forward.
The iPad looks different than
No, it's
the...
exactly the same.
Oh, okay, yeah.
How
You
do you
see
do that?
cross over there?
Yeah. Can
This
you
one?
press
Yeah.
that one? Bye.
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 Okay. And then end. And then we go here.
Bye.
Bye.